After starting out in go-karts, Ashton Lewis Jr. would make the jump up to Formula cars, eventually claiming the 1991 Midwest Championship in the Skip Barber Formula Ford Series. Moving up to the Barber Saab Pro Series for 1992, he would claim 2 wins on the season and finish second in points. Lewis would parlay this success into an opportunity to race in the British Formula Ford Championship in 1993. Racing under a scholarship for Team USA, he would finish the year 15th in the standings out of 176 participants. That same year, he would make his NASCAR Busch Grand National Series debut in the Phase 150 at Watkins Glen, finishing 27th after battling mechanical issues. He would make 2 additional starts in the series over 1994 and 95, before focusing on turning his attention towards late model competition at Langley Speedway, where he would earn multiple victories and an engineering job at Hendrick Motorsports after earning his degree from Old Dominion University. He would make his return to NASCAR competition in June of 1998, claiming his first career top 5 finish in his 4th career start following a 3rd-place run at Watkins Glen. After making 7 further starts in the series that year, and returning to make 11 more during the 2000 season, Lewis would attempt the full schedule for the first time in 2001, running for his family-owned number 46 team. Gaining full-time sponsorship from Civil Air Patrol for the 2002 and 2003 seasons, the team would continue to improve year after year, with improved points finishes and increasing totals of top 5 and top 10 finishes. In the face of losing their sponsorship at the end of 2003, unable to find a replacement, the team would forge on for one last effort in 2004 before closing the doors. By the time teams entered the Darlington Raceway in November for the penultimate race of the season, Lewis had earned 8 top 5 and 28 top 10 finishes in his career, with his best run having been a second-place effort at Richmond Raceway in May of 2002. Qualifying would be cut short due to rain, leading to the starting lineup being set by owner's points. Lewis would roll off the grid in 12th, avoiding a near stack-up in the outside line on the start.
Let's get this race going.
Oh, Kyle Busch looked like he maybe had a little wheel spin or something there on the start. He had some trouble.
The first incident of the day would occur in turn 1 on the second lap, where a grinding crash would collect 5 cars. Lewis would take the green from 14th when the action resumed on lap 8. He would begin to make his way back forward, passing his way up to 12th in the following laps, where he would remain until the second caution of the day would come out on lap 13 after debris from residual damage on Tim Sauter's car from the first incident would litter the racing surface. Lewis, along with the leaders, would stay out under the caution, retaining their positions for the lap 17 restart. Mike McLaughlin would crash hard shortly thereafter as the field reached the backstretch, bringing out the 3rd yellow. The action would resume on lap 23. Lewis would remain in 12th until an incident between Ron Hornaday and Kyle Busch would collect Greg Biffle in turn 2 on lap 27, bringing out the 4th caution. He would take the green flag from 7th when the race resumed on lap 33. Passing Casey Kane for 6th on lap 38 and Martin Truex Jr. for 5th on lap 40.
Boy, that's close right there. Ashton Lewis gets by. Johnny Sauter gets by now, the 8 car, so Martin Truex is struggling a little bit.
After getting around Kenny Wallace for 4th on lap 44, he would make his way past Kevin Harvick for 3rd on lap 47.
Yeah, he's going to lose 3 spots in 2 laps here.
Just clean like that. Wow. Ashton Lewis goes by on the 46 car.
With his car remaining strong deep into the run, he would get around Shane Meal for 2nd on lap 48, where he would remain until the scheduled competition caution on lap 50. Pitting along with most of the lead lap cars under the yellow, he would be the 2nd car off of pit road behind David Green, lining up in 4th for the lap 55 restart after Kyle Busch and David Stremme stayed out. A transmission failure on Stremme's car on the launch would create a stack-up and bring out the 6th caution flag of the day almost immediately. The action would resume once again on lap 59. Lewis would take the green from 2nd. Reed Sorensen would spin a few seconds later as the field made its way through turn 2, bringing out the 7th yellow. Restarting from 2nd once again on lap 63, he would overtake Kyle Busch for the lead on the next lap.
We see the battle for the lead. Here comes Ashton Lewis at 46, trying to get alongside. The 5 could not quite make it. Now he doesn't want the 20 to get by before he can get in front, so he goes down to kind of block that move, does the 46. There's what new tires will do for you.
So Ashton Lewis is the leader. First time he's ever led at Darlington. Jamie McMurray 2nd, Harvick 3rd, Neal 4th, and for the lead now, Ashton Lewis beginning to feel some pressure from McMurray in the 66.
I'll tell you what, Ashton Lewis in this 46, this team, they announced about a month, 6 weeks ago that this would be their last year. They'd be closing this operation down. And ever since they made that announcement, they've been running well.
I'm not sure if they want to do that or not now.
He's going to drive the 25 car, the Marines car next year.
Ashton Lewis. Yeah, I know.
Let's not go there, Limpy.
Ashton Lewis, the 32-year-old from Chesapeake, Virginia, who is in his 4th season of the NASCAR Busch Series and is out in front in Darlington for the first time. His best finish here previously, a 19th place run.
He would remain out front for 11 laps before relinquishing the lead to Jamie McMurray.
66 car.
Oh, wow, what a run there.
Yeah, he is getting through turns 3 and 4, and he takes the lead.
Ashton Lewis, after losing the lead, radioed to his crew on lap 78. I'm a little too free off the corner. Charlie, his brother, radioed back. We'll put the track bar back down. They put it up on the first stop.
I tell you what, Ashton Lewis is catching up to the 66 car right there. I tell you, Ashton is running a very good race right now.
Following the longest green flag run of the day so far, Kyle Busch would crash in turn 4 on lap 100, bringing out the 8th and final caution. The leaders would pit under the yellow in what would be their final stop of the race. Lewis would make his way off of pit road in second for the lap 105 restart. Matt Kenseth would make his way past for the second spot on lap 106.
That was for second place right there, BP.
That's Matt Kenseth, the 9 car, going into second place. How'd to do?
Speaking of nice jobs, how about Ashton Lewis, Dave?
On the 46 car right now, Ashton radioed his crew just too tight. Remember, they adjusted for that. The car was loose. They have tightened this car up just a bit too much at the start. Matt?
See a battle for second. Here comes Ashton Lewis. 46, the white car, trying to get by Matt Kenseth in 9.
You know, Benny, you're talking about Ashton Lewis and this team shutting down. Been running basically for 4 seasons in the NASCAR Busch Series. Most of that time with little sponsorship. His father has really been a rock of support behind this family-operated team.
And that's what it says on the car. Thanks, Dad. I hope that it works out that Ashton can go on and be a big star in this business and make some money and maybe repay Dad for what he's done for him. Huh, Dave?
Another guy who's having a nice run is a guy who builds the motors on this car right now. Dennis Fisher hasn't been up front in quite a while in the Busch Series. Right now, guys, remember he adjusted for a loose race car and it was tight to begin, but what do you adjust for? You adjust for the end of the run. And remember, he's held off the 20 now and trying to take that position from the 9. It's coming back.
After getting back around Kenseth, he would begin to chase down McMurray for the lead.
Looking at the 46, guys, remember we talk about adjusting a car for the end of the run. Ashton Lewis's team has been telling him, you're looking for the 66, and as that car is coming in, he is definitely trying to make up some ground.
Fighting hard to retake the lead, he would come up just short, crossing the line in second, just over 0.2 of a second behind McMurray.
Check up front, that advantage from first to second is shrinking a little bit.
Yeah, it went from about 3.5 seconds down to right now 1.8 seconds in the last 4 or 5 laps.
Heavy traffic right in front of the leader. Now he needs to get by these 3 cars. If he gets by them quickly, then I think Ashton Lewis will be shut out. But he's got to get by them fairly quickly. Yeah, does.
Now these guys racing for position here too, maybe, so.
Well, Wally, the crew exhorting him on to try to get him to catch the 26. Told him that he would catch him in that traffic, so that's what they've been counting on, the 66 to come back to him a little bit in heavy traffic.
Well, he can see him. We're looking at the windshield right now.
He can?
Yeah, believe me, he can see him.
Okay. Can't see
Well,
much
he
of that.
just got closer, too. Look at that.
I mean, right now the 66 is hung up behind Clint Boyer and Mike Wallace. They've been battling for position.
And Ashton's going to gain some ground this lap.
Well, this could get interesting for the lead here.
Good, let's see. Got 1 second. Stayed right now, about half a second. 0.6 of a second, so he knocked off a half a second.
Ashton Lewis's career best finish, BP, is second place run, Richmond, Virginia, May 2002. Could equal it today.
He could equal it and be even better.
What he wouldn't give to win for the family-owned team before they shut it down.
Murray really slid up the racetrack that time, almost got into the wall.
And here comes Lewis. The yellow car and the white car. 2 laps to go in Darlington.
He's catching him.
He is catching him big time.
Ashton Lewis gained a lot of time that time in 3 and 4 as McMurray slid way up the racetrack. I think think he got into the wall just a little bit. Look, he's all the way on the apron. The 66 of McMurray.
Well, if it's going to happen, it's going to be dramatic, because here they come to the white flag. And the final lap today at Darlington. McMurray in yellow, Lewis in white.
Here's where you got to be careful not to overdrive the car. You want it, but you don't want to get in the wall. Boy, he got in there pretty good.
I'm telling you, look at this. Ashton Lewis at 46 car. This would be a dream come true if he could pull off a victory in the family-owned car.
McMurray got a little better run down the backstretch. Final corners.
A slower car directly in front of them.
Don't think he's going to have enough.
A good try, but not enough time. Jamie McMurray with back-to-back wins in the NASCAR Busch Series. Ashton Lewis finished second today. Here's Matt.
And Ashton Lewis, you were digging at the end, making a big run.
We really had, I think, the best car there at the end of it. I didn't get that good of a restart, and I had Charlie tighten the car up a little bit from the previous run, and it let Jamie get out ahead of me by the time I got around those lap cars. And we ran him back down. I'm sure he was kind of taking it easy, getting through traffic and stuff, but we had a legitimate shot to win this race, and we had a very good race car. I think, once things settled down, we didn't run any worse than second, so it's unfortunate to come that close, with 2 to go, and we want to win so bad for my dad, and we had to kind of the tribute car here this weekend, and just unloaded fast and been fast all weekend, and I usually don't get around Darlington that well, so I think that shows, how strong this race team's really become, and it's disappointing, we have to shut the doors, but I think everybody's moving on to bigger and better things, but man, one more lap, and I think we really had a shot at that, so it's just frustrating.
A great day for Ashton Lewis Jr., finishes second here at Darlington.
He would go on to make 71 more starts in the series. After finishing out 2004 with his family's team, he would join Team Renzi for the full 2005 and 2006 schedules, compiling 3 additional top 5 and 8 top 10 finishes in those starts. He would retire from NASCAR competition following the 2006 season. Following the conclusion of his racing career, he would earn his MBA and go on to be the Chief Operating Officer of First Team Automotive Group, where he remains as of the recording of this video. Ashton Lewis Jr. was a skilled driver who found success across a diverse background of series. He was a staple in the NASCAR Busch Grand National series for the majority of his career, often outperforming his equipment, and on one fall afternoon in late 2004, he nearly etched his name into the history books.